Hey guys, welcome back to another Asphalt 8 multiplayer test. Today is my multiplayer tuned Chrysler ME412 with a tuning of max 5555 and pro kits of 1122. So, the Chrysler ME412 in real life could have been one of the greatest hypercars ever, at least of the early 2000s. With a quad turbocharged V12 engine and a top speed of around 240 miles an hour, this car would have been insane for its time. But it embarrassed the McLaren SLR from Mercedes, and they basically just said, no, don't. They stopped the ME412 from coming out. So in Asphalt 8, the ME412, it kind of just existed for like a very, very long time. And then like a while ago, they buffed it to 1769. And so, I bought it, and I was like, I really like this car. I like the story behind it. I just like how it's a hypercar from Chrysler, the most random brand to make a hypercar ever. And so I tuned it. And as you can see, in this first race, we come only behind a BMW M4 GTS. We beat some Sirians, and NSXs, etc. On to the next race, we have an M4, MP48, so on and so forth. There's Cayman, Asterions. There were some Asterions, and I killed one. So at this rank, this car goes 280 miles an hour, which is about 5 miles an hour slower than the top cars at the rank. I believe that is 6 kilometers per hour slower for you kilometer guys. So, like, whatever the top speed of the, 1680s are over there, I think it's, like, 460. So, 460, it's, like, 455 for this car. It's not too bad, actually. I mean, people say it dies, but you saw my ZR1 test. That car did fine with its acceleration, despite going 9 miles an hour slower. So, because it's Cloud9, I took the tunnel route, because this car actually has really good handling. The ME412 just kind of got ignored when it was buffed. Like, nobody really cared about it before it's buffed, and nobody cared after. And there I got into a battle with an M4 GTS, and then I knocked him down. So, with that, I'm not able to catch up to first place. Third place is right behind me, but he's not going to be able to catch up. He's not that much faster. So, with that, we lost to another M4. We beat a Huayra, who was in third. On to the next race. The Huayra is back. We have an NSX GT3 Evo as our main competition. So, the Huayra does not die. He actually kills a couple people. That was honestly quite incredible to see. I have my Huayra at 1592. It does relatively okay. But back to the actual focus of the video, the Chrysler. Well, we're sticking right behind the Huayra and the NSX. And the Asterion is faster than me, I guess. Which was scary because he got right next to me and tried to kill me. Thankfully, I prevailed and stayed alive. And slowly but surely, I want to catch the Huayra, who's actually in first. But it's going to be harder because the ME412's nitro efficiency is not that great. It's not terrible, but it's not awesome either. So the Huayra's slow top speed starts to bleed through as it starts to just lose ground. And even though I smacked right into him, he's still just dropping like a fly. And that barrel is what did him in. So coming to the end of the Dragon's Den, I try my best to get past this NSX. He bonks me, but then I take this turn sharper than him. Because the ME412, like I was saying, good handling and good drifting. It's a pretty agile car. It'll go where you want it to go. And because of that, I was able to snag home the win in the third race of the video, beating out that NSX. The poor Huayra did not keep third. On to the next race. We have an NSX M4, a Sesto Elemento, who's going to die. See, told you, he was going to die. So on Mosaic Motorway, there is a big spiral at the start. You know where this is going. The ME412 is fully capable of taking the corner just fine. And because of that, I'm now in second place, with only an NSX in front of me. And never mind, because the ME412's handling is superb, I was able to get past him through there with just one micro drift. So it's not as good as the Senna. I didn't go to the left because I also filmed these races way before my Senna was even tuned. By the way, my Senna and Remat Concept 1 will be pro'd by the end of the 9th anniversary time limit event. I'm very excited to share those two cars in videos with you guys. So because of our spiral at the start and then our superb turn at the aftermath of the spiral, I have pulled away with a dominating lead and come to win this race. Now, I thought I had filmed 5 races, but I only filmed 4. So the next race you're going to see is actually a relatively modern race. we have a Ferrari 812 Superfast in this race, which was recently nerfed. There's also a Lamborghini Veneno tuned to 1681, a Veyron, and a few other cars. I don't know why, but all the B-Class cars went left into the aquarium, and then the Veneno wrecks. So that gives my ME412 first. And should you tune the ME412 here? Honestly, yes. It is actually quite good here. Like, its acceleration is not the greatest. I'll give it that. But it's still better than most of the cars at this rank. It's agile. It'll go where you want it to go. It handles nicely. Its nitro's not the greatest. Its top speed's a little bit slower, but not slow enough to kill it. So overall, this car is, it's phenomenal for what it is. It was a really cheap tune too, as well. Because, like I said, 1122. Quite a cheap tune for a relatively decent 1680 car. Obviously, it runs better at Pro, so I'd say this is a temporary tune. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more content.